And we're back with more Incredible Hoax. Colon, is it liberal or is it conservative? Question mark. Oh, that's a very horrible title for the show.
I like the colon thing. That was interesting.
You should call it just Incredible Hoax Colon. Take a look at our shit.
All right. Anyway.
All right.
We have a topic.
Second episode of our new experiment. This experiment, if we don't like doing it, we'll stop it. If people like watch it and tell us we're assholes, we'll keep doing it. I mean, we'll stop. We'll consider.
Is there a pitchfork emoji?
Yeah, right. Just like that's the devil with a thing.
Is that what it is?
I think so.
I don't know. I'm still like figuring stuff out.
Whoa! What? What? On camera! Is this a Samsung? Oh my God! Mark has a smartphone.
It's a Samsung thingamajig.
Holy! This is undiscovered territory. What made you go to a smartphone?
Well, my phone, my Razor, my beloved Razor, after 11 years,
oh my Lord,
finally bit the dust.
Yeah.
So 2 weeks ago, I had to get this thing.
It's got like apps on it and everything.
Yeah, it's like modern.
There's so many things you can do now with your life. You have a Facebook app?
And it's got a Facebook app.
Oh, it probably came preloaded.
But it's preloaded with a lot of stuff.
He's not on Facebook. I'm shocked. I am so shocked.
Hey, baby steps, folks.
Yeah, you need Netflix. You need Netflix. There's all kinds of stuff you need.
It's kind of like this badass flashlight.
Yes, that's Mark. That right there, what you just witnessed there, that is when you take that, lock that down, and show it at his funeral. That's Mark. He finally, in 2018, gets a smartphone, and the one app that he's impressed with, there's a badass flashlight on it. That's the clip we're going to show at his funeral. What was Mark like? What's that? Badass flashlight on it. Wow, there's so many things that... Wow.
Anyway, did I make history today?
Yeah, you did. I am okay. Floored. All right, back to our colon. Our second film that we're going to do that we've seen recently. You saw Black Panther.
Yes, I have seen that.
Did you like it?
Yeah, I thought it was good.
I did too. I liked it a lot. I thought it was like Lion King meets Phantom Menace. But we'll do a review later. Not so much the storyline, but the look. The look reminded me a lot of Phantom Menace. Naboo.
Oh yeah.
I felt like Wakanda was
palace
Naboo.
Intrigue.
Yeah, Wakanda was Naboo to me. This was very much Naboo-like. It's a good movie, but we'll do a review later. But the question is, for this show, is Black Panther liberal, conservative, or middle of the road?
I'd have to say liberal.
Okay.
Yeah.
To which...
Oh, and then I have to say why, right?
Well, I could just tell you mine, and then you go into it.
Well,
I'd say it's a middle-of-the-road movie.
Oh, really? Okay.
But go ahead.
Well, I would say it leans more liberal.
Okay.
Well, just the kind of the liberal notion of... spoiler alerts.
Yeah, spoilers, yes.
You had the protagonists basically have to go, look, all you other guys, other previous kings and Black Panthers have kept this secret, and it is that keeping the secret and the technology and just kind of you've been hoarding the wealth.
Uh-huh.
And you haven't been sharing, and that's I just kept thinking of Obama. He kept saying we need to spread the wealth around, and that's kind of where I felt like they were going a little bit. And it's a very liberal thing for, even though you're in one country, but you're worried about, countries on the other side, and really like, no, it's our responsibility to do more, because it's that whole we're citizens of the world kind of thing going on. So it's not nationalist for sure. I'm probably doing a lousy job explaining, but I thought that was a big theme in the movie. I thought it was done well. I thought it was a good movie, but if you're asking me, that's more of a liberal notion. It's not a conservative notion.
Yeah, I don't think... I would say that, we're avoiding shades of gray, so I have to put it in the middle of the road bucket. If I did a leaning towards, it definitely leans left a little bit. But I would say, I would defend it being middle of the road, because the antagonist, Michael B. Jordan, I can't think of the character's name in the movie. I can't, whatever it was. The Michael B. Jordan. Creed. Creed was
Kill Mongrel or something.
Really?
His like you know, it's like kill.
Oh, I don't have any
Kill
idea.
Mongrel or I can't remember.
I don't know. Anyway, Killmonger.
Maybe that's it. Killmonger. Maybe that's it.
I don't know. I don't really remember hearing it. I just remember it was Michael B. Jordan. So Michael B. Jordan, the bad guy, wants to basically arm all of the black people of the world to rise up and basically take over as the superior race. Basically, is his plot.
Yeah.
All right. So then Wakanda is basically like isolationist. Like, no, we can't. We must protect our resources. We can't let this get out. And of course, by the end, they reject obviously the bad guys, ultra leftists.
Yeah, because he's a radical.
Radically left.
Yeah.
Deal, which is radically left. I would defend.
Yeah, I mean he's out there. Yeah.
They reject his notion. Their existing notion is basically just isolationism. It isn't really a doctrine. It's just basically just stay at home and avoid the world. I mean, I don't even know if that's right or left. That's nothing. It's just that's aggressive neutralism in a way. In a way, well, if you just stay home and never leave your house, that's not even a doctrine. But anyway, so when they end up with is okay, it's time to reveal to the world some things we can do and help out the world. I mean, those are mutually shared sentiments of both left and right. Both I've heard left and right, liberal, conservative, both have good intentions of fighting starvation,
right,
ending conflicts, bringing in peace. That's a shared notion.
Right.
Neither side has a monopoly on good intentions.
Right, and compassion's universal.
So I felt that was enough for me to call it a middle of the road. It's humanitarian ideal is to go out there and do that. So it, to me, but neither can I can't say that either they were full on left or full on right in their endings. That's where they got put in the middle of the road. The bad guy is extremist left for sure.
Oh yeah, he's an extremist.
But the bad guy, I don't really count these movies. Well, Thanos I counted conservative because they went anti his agenda. So I was about to say I can't really count the movie based on the plot of the villain because I did that with Thanos. So I can't really, but ultimately I think the message was avoid his extremism. They rejected his extremism, and let's just bring compassion and our wealth to the world.
Well, I think, but T'Challa basically embraces a progressive administration for his leadership, in that that was the tradition that we had in place to keep the secrets, to keep the technology within Wakanda. We didn't share it. They didn't even know we were here. A lot of places didn't even know they existed. That thought they were a third world country. All that kept it, like you said, very isolationist. And his idea was, if we're like killing off parents and we're basically have orphans on our hands, is these secrets, is these traditions worth it? So it ended up being a good moral dilemma, moral question there, well thoughtful. Mm-hmm. And his thought was we needed to share a little more, needed to be more open, and of course that leads us back to the compassion thing, though, as more compassionate for their neighbors. And again, that's more of a universal thing. But I think that rejecting the traditions thing that's a very liberal / progressive thing. So that's why I would say liberal.
So,
I didn't have a problem with it. As a story, it works.
So do you think conservatism ever rejects old traditions? Can you be conservative and reject old traditions?
I think there's a history of that, because I think if you're
Wait, well, I guess my question. Let me rephrase my question. The way you said that sounded like liberalism has exclusivity on rejecting old. The way you phrased it. It's one thing. That's what I was hearing.
yeah, that's not always true. But it is more their thing than conservatives, because conservatives tend to fight for traditions and smaller government. You being an individual, being a part, government being involved as little as possible.
I see what you're saying.
So that's the distinction I make.
So yeah, what you're saying is with Wakanda reaching outward, they're basically saying our government can fix you.
Right.
The Wakandan way is going to fix the rest of the world.
Correct.
That's why you're putting in a liberal bucket.
Yes.
Whereas a conservative would say like, we just have vibranium. You want some, and you can do a lot of cool stuff with it. That'd be a capitalist approach. Would be like, hey, you want to buy some vibranium?
I mean, if it was a
this
capitalist,
shit is ridiculous.
They'd be like, hey, man,
we got vibranium, and
this shit's $100 per ounce. But hey,
you can it can fix everything.
We've got a 1-800 number you can call right now. Operator standing by.
I see your point. All right, I see your point. I still put it in the middle of the road because of the universal themes of the way they want their intentions. I felt were universal. I thought their intentions were universal.
Yeah, I mean, I think you did a good job selling your case there. I see where you're coming from. I still think it's more liberal, but it's like I said, I just thought it was a really good movie.
Well, I didn't really think of it in the way you're talking, but yeah, that would be like if Donald Trump was writing this movie, they'd have started selling that vibranium, and they'd have been like bonkers rich. They'd be the new Saudi Arabia. They'd be the new America, because they'd be like.
Well, I mean, think about it. What like when someone invented penicillin.
Yeah.
Well, labs didn't just start going, come on down, get your free samples. Nobody did that. It's like, well, for a little extra green, we'll give you so much penicillin. I mean, that's always just been the way it is. Right. Certainly in a capitalist society.
Fair enough. All right, middle of the road, liberal. I see your point. But this show's free because it's not worth anything with that.
I want my razor back.